Hi, this is Kathy Weymouth from Tune the Temple, and I want to talk about a topic today called minimizing. I can't even remember why I came up with this, but I was thinking, what could I share on my video that might be a little bit helpful to you? And this is what came to mind. So here we go. Ready? So what is minimizing? It's basically taking an experience that you have gone through or a feeling that you're having and trying to make it smaller, trying to make it less important, less significant, not as bad as what you think it was, or not as bad as how you are feeling. So it's an attempt to make something, an experience or a feeling, less than what it was. Okay, and it's actually a denial mechanism. It's mixed with some rationalization that's going on, like someone denies that what you went through was really that difficult, or they try to explain why, oh, this might be why this person said this to you or did this to you, and they'll explain it away. And I have to admit, I can be guilty of this. Do you think that you do any minimizing as well? My motivation a lot is I don't want someone to feel bad. So here I come, I'm the cheerleader, I want to cheer you up, I don't want you to feel as bad as you're feeling. So I might minimize or challenge you to think of it not being quite as bad as it was. That's actually not a good thing. The very first thing a person needs is basically feeling like they're understood and feeling like they're being listened to. So if you challenge their experience and deny that it was as bad as they say it is, then you're actually causing a person to not feel understood, to not feel heard, to feel like you're implying that what they're saying or what they're experiencing isn't really valid, isn't really what it should be. So you're sort of negating what it is that they've been through. Okay, I definitely am guilty. So I'm wondering if you are guilty as well. It possibly could be. So why do people minimize? And I think, okay, so I'm going to give you the positive one. I want, like I just said, I don't want people to feel so bad. So if my piano students perform in a recital and then all they talk about are the couple of mistakes they make, then I'm like, well, how many notes did you play correctly? Let's focus on those, because I don't want them to feel bad. But that is not the best place to start. I should really be better at listening and understanding where they're coming from, right? Okay, so one reason people minimize is because they want to cheer you up, or you want to cheer them up, okay? Another reason that people minimize is that they basically want to control you or manipulate you. So that's way on the other end of the spectrum. They're trying to make things different and manipulate you into doing something different, okay? They may be just ignorant. Someone might be minimizing. You might be minimizing other people out of ignorance. You don't realize you're doing it. You're not realizing what it is. And or some people might be preoccupied and they just are not ready to listen to your experience and to be there for you. They're just not in that space. So it can be anything from wanting to cheer you up all the way to be considered emotional abuse, which is manipulation and control. That kind of minimizing is actually emotionally abusive. Okay, so what does it sound like? It sounds like someone is dismissing what you're going through. They're saying it's not as significant as what you are saying. They're ignoring you. They're making it smaller or lighter than it was. Now, let's talk for a second real quick about phrases that you might hear or you might say to someone else. What phrase are you saying that is actually minimizing? So if you say to someone, oh, it's not that bad, or you say, it could be worse. What if it was this and this and this? Okay. These are minimizing phrases. It's a little bit windy. Can you hear me like my paper's flying, my notes? You shouldn't feel that way. You shouldn't feel that bad. That's a minimizing phrase. Or you are being too sensitive. Or you always take everything so personally. Or how about you try to reframe it for them and you try to make it be less bad. These are all minimizing phrases. So if you find yourself doing this, now I'm going to challenge you Do you ever get a text about somebody going through something tough and you immediately reply with a way to try to cheer them up or a way to give them suggestions? That's not what they need first. First, they need to be heard and understood. Okay. And in the next video, I am going to talk about some suggestions on that. So who is it that minimizes? This is the last thing I want to say in this video. You may be minimizing what someone else goes through. I really think it's possible. If you do have a tendency to minimize what people go through or what they're feeling, then guess what? You're doing it to yourself as well. You may be minimizing your own experiences or your own feelings. And then on the reverse side, people may be doing it to you. So for this first video, I want you to just start to stay tuned. What are you saying to people when they are expressing a negative experience or a negative emotion? What is your first response? What are you doing? And then secondly, what are you doing if someone speaks to you that way? Are you hearing people saying these phrases to you? And did you realize that they're minimizing? So this first video, just open up your ears and see if you can detect any minimization happening in your life or someone else's life or someone speaking to you or you speaking to them. Okay, Kathy Weymouth from ToTheTemple.com.